Hi, beautiful souls. I want to share with you a powerful triad for divine living, and I've discovered this looking at some things in regard to manifesting. All right, we're going to focus on 3 points, which are hope. Hope is the manifestation, the belief, the visualization, patience, representing stoicism, okay, being detached, faith, also spiritual alignment. And the three of these represent a powerful triad to be able to bring what it is that you want into fruition. So let's get into this because when it comes to manifestation and stoicism, they seem like two completely opposite philosophies. And in an aspect, they are. Whereas when it comes to manifestation, okay, this is rooted in the imaginative process of creating. The other is more so being rational and acceptance. But when we practice together, when we bring together this powerful balance approach to having peace, having purpose, being able to actualize your dreams, your visions, the things that you see yourself experiencing. This is a balance that is mirroring the same things that we see when it comes to scripture. So let's focus a little bit on manifestation first and foremost. The power of belief, vision. Manifestation is something that requires you to be intentionally creating of not only your reality, your thoughts, your beliefs, but also utilizing your emotions for the creative process of aligned action. This is rooted in the law of attraction. So hold your horses. I know some people get apprehensive when you hear of the law of attraction, but this is rooted in a biblical foundation. Okay, and I want to share this particular scripture, so hold on just a moment. And that is Romans 12:2. It says, "Be joyful in hope, patient in affliction, and faithful in prayer." Now, this scripture is symbolizing the whole manifestation process, the things that you believe that you should receive, coming into fruition with the fact that you're aligning your actions too. So, whereas when it comes to avoiding blockages with bringing about the type of outcome you want, whether that is, I mean, it can be so many different things. Okay. There's no limits on the Most High. So if you are trying your best to bring a certain outcome into your reality, it's going to require you to have like this ability to tap into being delusional. Now, there's no other way I can say it. Like, you have to be delulu because you're going to have to override emotions based on your current situation, based on circumstances, even your environment that you're in. Because when you're operating in apathy, when you're operating in anger, any of those negative emotions, that blocks and delays your manifesting power. Think about flow. Think about being in the ability to bring something to you. It's not going to be something that you have to force. And when you get to the point of understanding that that is a key aspect of bringing your prayers and your blessings into fruition, is knowing that you have to get your mindset, your heart, and all of that in alignment. And so that means that the key principles of manifestation, such as visualization, affirmations, okay, faith and gratitude, all these things work together for the inspired action of moving you in the right direction of you trusting the Most High and also being in alignment. And the alignment comes from doing your best to have a positive attitude no matter what circumstances present themselves. Now, manifestation also empowers us to really dream big, okay? However, when it comes to not allowing frustrations or things to affect you, that's where stoicism comes into play. Stoicism represents the strength of having inner control, having self-control. And this philosophy dates way back to ancient Greece, okay? And it teaches that while we can't control external factors and events, we can always focus on controlling how we react and how we respond. This also emphasizes the importance of not only self-discipline, but the wisdom to understand that your emotional reactivity is being used as bait, is being used as a pawn. Your energy could be used towards bringing towards your manifestation. So let's go ahead and get into a few key stoic virtues. The first one I'm going to focus on is control what you can, accept what you cannot. When you begin to embrace the discomfort, this is how you allow stoicism to ground manifestation. See how this works hand in hand? So while manifestation teaches us to dream and believe, stoicism is the balance that teaches us to endure and to remain patient, okay, and to not be moved by things that don't completely line up with what we want to manifest or what we're praying. That's another term, what we are praying to bring into our life. Also, stoicism is going to help you detach from the outcome while continuing to move forward with peace and understanding that it's already in motion. By you believing, by you doing the work, by you remaining positive, this is how your manifestations come together. And so, this is why the sacred art of stoicism and manifestation work hand in hand. Manifestation says, I believe the best is coming, whereas stoicism says, even if it doesn't, I'll still be okay. So together, these two philosophies can help you not only manifest your goals, your visions, your dreams, believe in yourself, okay, without being controlled by the attachment, be controlled by delays or disappointments. When you blend these two together, you're nurturing both your faith, you're nurturing your resilience, and you're nurturing your hope. Now, I also mentioned earlier how there's a particular scripture that speaks about manifestations, which is Romans 12 and 12. And when we break this down, when we break down hope, hope is representing manifestation, patience is representing stoicism, and then faith, spiritual alignment. This 3-point triad is one in which is going to bring you to a point where no matter what's going on in your life, if you're able to master these two aspects, you're going to coast. You're going to get to a point where you just become content and you accept what's happening and you know that greater and better is on display. So without further ado, let's go ahead and leave with this powerful affirmation. Again, I invite you to suspend all skepticism, okay, suspend disbelief and move into the feeling that is already happening for you. Let's begin. I trust in the vision I have received. I walk with courage. I am disciplined throughout every season in my life. What is for me comes to me with ease, and I will remain steadfast in faith. All right.